Cybersecurity Mesh Architecture, what it is and how to build it. Cybersecurity Mesh Architecture, also known as mesh network security, is a security model that generates a mesh of interconnected security services to protect networks, devices, and data from cyber threats such as malware, phishing, ransomware, and other cyber attacks. This post will go through the critical parts of building a stable mesh structure and enforcing mesh cybersecurity solutions.
But before we start moving forward, make sure to subscribe channel and click on the bell icon. Sprintzeal provides training programs, certification programs on their websites. If you're interested in them, do check out the links in the description.
Mesh Security Architecture. Mesh Security Architecture is a scalable, adaptable security paradigm that can be specifically adapted to meet the unique security needs of every company. Some of this framework's primary advantages include the following. It provides a thorough security strategy that is adaptable to shifting business requirements and emerging internet threats. Because it offers a higher level of flexibility and scalability, making it appropriate for agencies of all sizes, it can be modified to match the specific security demands of an organization. Mesh network security. The foundation of mesh network security is the concept of connecting security services to create a safe environment. It is crucial for companies that handle sensitive data and wish to guarantee the security of their networks. Based on their capacity to deliver efficient security and interoperability with other mesh services, mesh-based security solutions should be carefully chosen. Building a cybersecurity mesh. Building a cybersecurity mesh entails the following crucial steps. Identify the network's essential security services and decide how they will cooperate. Firewalls, intrusion detection and prevention systems, secure access gateways, and other tools are some examples of these services. Install mesh-based security tools all throughout the network to create a web of linked security services that can identify, stop, and react to possible cyber attacks. Regularly monitor and upgrade these security measures to make sure they continue to be effective against the most recent online dangers. Mesh Cybersecurity Framework. A mesh security architecture can be implemented according to a set of rules and best practices called the Mesh Cybersecurity Framework. It entails establishing a rigid security policy that controls how the mesh is accessed and utilized. When drafting this policy, keep the following things in mind. Describe the functions and obligations of each mesh service and user. Outline the steps to take in the event of a security incident or breach. Cybersecurity mesh implementation. Cybersecurity to safeguard networks, devices, and data from online threats. Mesh implementation entails deploying mesh security solutions and framework. It entails choosing the appropriate mesh security infrastructure and services and developing a secure mesh architecture that can change to counter evolving cyber threats. Mesh security infrastructure. A cybersecurity mesh's supporting structure is its mesh security infrastructure. It consists of the networking, software, and hardware elements required for the mesh to operate. Infrastructural components of mesh security include the following. Mesh nodes. The mesh is made up of these components. Devices like firewalls, intrusion detection and prevention systems, or secure access gateways might be physical or virtual. Mesh controllers. These are the gadgets in charge of orchestrating and managing the mesh. They offer a centralized point of control for the mesh and might be real or virtual devices. Mesh network. The mesh nodes and controllers are connected via this network. The network might be real or virtual, and it has to be built with high availability, scalability, and security in mind. Mesh security best practices. A secure mesh architecture should be designed and implemented according to a set of best practices called mesh security. The following are some crucial mesh security best practices. Apply the least privilege principle to make sure that any user or service in the mesh has just the rights required to carry out its purpose. Use strict access restrictions to regulate who may access the mesh. Regularly check the mesh for any security problems and take prompt action in the event of any accidents. Protect data while it is in transit and at rest by using encryption and other security measures. Mesh security model. Networks, devices, and data are all protected from cyber attacks by the mesh security model, a thorough and integrated approach to security. The mesh security model has the following essential components. Detection. Mesh security systems must be capable of quickly identifying possible cyber threats and alerting security staff to take appropriate action. Prevention. Mesh security solutions have to be able to stop possible cyber threats from infiltrating the network or propagating to other areas of the network. Reaction. Mesh security solutions should be able to act swiftly and successfully in the event that any cyber threats are identified. Benefits of cybersecurity mesh architecture. Organizations wishing to protect their networks, devices, and data from cyber attacks can benefit greatly from the cybersecurity mesh architecture. The following are a few major advantages of cybersecurity mesh architecture. 1. Scalability. Because the cybersecurity mesh architecture is so adaptable, businesses can quickly add or remove devices and services as their security requirements change. 2. Flexibility. Because of the great degree of flexibility offered by cybersecurity mesh architecture, businesses may tailor their security solutions to meet their unique demands and specifications. 3. Resilience. Cybersecurity mesh architecture is made to be very robust, so even if one component of the network is hacked, other components can still operate. 4. Decentralization. Because cybersecurity mesh architecture is decentralized, the network cannot be brought down by a single point of failure. 5. Better security. By enabling businesses to set security controls at the device level and lowering the likelihood of online attacks propagating throughout the network, cybersecurity mesh architecture improves security. 6. Cost-effective. Because cybersecurity mesh architecture enables organizations to use current gear and software, it can save money by eliminating the need for pricey upgrades. 7. Ease of management. The cybersecurity mesh architecture offers a centralized point of management for security policies and processes, making it simple to administer. Organizations may get these and many more advantages by deploying cybersecurity mesh architecture, giving them a strong and secure approach to cybersecurity.
If you found this video informative and useful, we'll always bring new concepts explained for you, so stay tuned with Sprintzeal, and if you like the video, do share. If have any doubts or queries, do let us know in the comment section. Use the coupon code YouTube10 in our website to get 10% off on all our courses.